Eric from Mom Jeans has said in an interview once that when asked what song he wished he wrote, he actually said Thrashville won 1 out of 3.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. Did you know that Eric was your biggest fan? And is it cringe?
It's not cringe at all. I did not know. I mean, yeah, he does. We're not to get like cheesy, but like we said before, I feel like we're all like everyone is like big fans of each other. In this,
obviously,
in this family tree. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like all those bands are my favorite bands too. You know, like so. It's absolutely not cringe, because if that was cringe, then every band I would like would be cringe, and everyone who likes me would be cringe. But
what's up, everybody? It's the Poorly Edited Podcast, a show where we put a spotlight on some of the most creative minds we can find. And we're here at the Alternative Gallery, live, not actually live. And we're here with a very special guest, very near and dear to our hearts, very big fans. Kory from Prince Daddy and the Hyena, the lead singer.
It's me. Rock and roll.
We're going to put cheering sounds in behind you for the live studio audience. It's just our clapping. Hey, man, I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us. Like I said, we're big fans, love the music, and we're very excited to get to talk to you today.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk to you.
Sick, dude. So you've been doing like a circuit. You've been making the rounds.
It's true.
Doing some shows. How's that been?
It's been a lot of fun.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Is there a specific reason? Are you trying to promote stuff? Or like
is there a specific reason I'm having fun, or is there a reason I'm doing it?
Either or. I'll leave that one up to you.
I'm doing it just because I got some time off, and I figured I'd rather be productive than bored.
That's a really good reason.
So it's actually the same reason. You're having fun.
Actually, that's actually true.
Okay.
Same answer. Yeah.
Damn.
That was efficient.
Mm-hmm. What can I say? I'm an expert now.
So, I got to be honest with you. This is going to be probably a long segue, but I was in the theater watching the Sonic the Hedgehog movie earlier this week, and I couldn't help but think, I wonder where you guys are right now. I wonder where P Daddy is right now if they're watching this movie too. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it yet. However, I have actually heard that it was not terrible, which is pretty cool.
It was shocking.
I think everyone expected it to be terrible. I think everyone wanted it to be terrible.
I was a little mad.
That's true.
Once it was actually decent, I was kind of mad about it.
Yeah, I definitely want to see it. Not gonna lie, I plan on it.
I think you guys would get a kick out of it.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I mean, I'll be honest. Crush 40 does not make a cameo.
I actually did know that. I looked it up. I looked up if Crush 40 was in the movie at all.
Oh, that's disappointing, dude. Yeah, it was pretty.
Is Escape from the City the best rock song of all time, in your opinion?
Top 5, at least.
Okay. I agree with that.
That's crazy.
Top bass part, for sure.
Were you a fan of Crush 40 before you were a fan of Sonic? Or
is that possible? Is that a thing that happens? Have they done anything else besides Sonic soundtracks?
If they have, I haven't heard it.
I've been told they formed for that.
Yeah,
is that real?
Score.
So. Yeah, if you look up Crush 40 like live, then all you can find is like them at like Sega conventions and stuff.
So funny.
Yeah.
Yo, that's the dream. That's
you should
like
look them up. It's really funny stuff. Honestly, it's really fun.
That's so rad. Is it true that you guys performed in front of Shadow the Hedgehog? In front of a picture?
Yeah, we had that as our there's like some venues have like they can set up like I don't know what is the word
projectors.
For it?
Like projectors.
It's projected behind you, and we should try to find something stupid to put behind us. And in Philly for the last tour we did, we had that. We just told the guy, we're like, can you just YouTube Shadow the Hedgehog every cutscene? And we just played in front of that. And there was, and it's like so long. There's ads too. So there's like ads for like shampoo and shit going on behind us.
That's incredible. Did you get a cut of that, or
that's really based?
What'd you say?
Did you get a cut of those ads?
Did I get a cut of the ads?
You should. You should.
Unfortunately, not.
That sucks.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
like L'Oreal should pay out.
It's a cruel world.
Oh, it's crazy. So you did that in Philly, actually. We should have went to that show. Fuck.
Okay.
We went to your.
I believe.
We went to your show at the Bethlehem Steel Stacks Art Quest. Like a year was that now? Like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
It was a rad show.
With a fucking random rusting steel empire in the background.
And it was like in like that was like in like this mall. It was like in the building itself was like it felt like we were playing in a mall. Did it not? Like if you went downstairs, there was like concession stands and like a DVD store or something.
That's
and
really
a gift shop. Yeah, there was a gift shop.
Between
really
songs, I was like looking around. I'm like, this is weird.
I felt like inappropriate playing punk music in a mall, like singing about like I don't know.
Look, man, I'll mosh wherever.
Yeah, dude.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
There was discussion if there was going to be moshing at that show beforehand.
Yeah, I said
and
yes.
There was.
Yes,
and we ensured it.
I learned a valuable lesson that
it's essential.
So you bring the moshing. The moshing doesn't. Yeah.
If
you want moshing somewhere, you can just start moshing.
Yeah, that's your decision. No one else's but yours.
Weddings, children's birthday parties, dude. It works everywhere.
Yep.
It's fun for the whole family.
Amen.
So good segue into honestly, I'm really interested in how it's been to tour in the States versus what it's like touring in European countries and other countries and stuff. Is it like a totally different kind of vibe and world out there? Like when you leave the States, like
you drive on the opposite side of the road out there. That's something that's
crazy.
Actually, you don't drive on the opposite side of the road, do you? You drive on the opposite side of the car, right?
No, you drive on it's the opposite side of the road, and the car.
It's both.
It's both.
Wow.
I think it's double.
It's
so
just
so it's just normal.
It's a double negative, yeah.
It's like you're playing it's like you're playing the mirror cup on Mario Kart.
It's like the Waluigi of driving.
Europe should use that line.
Honestly, I feel like it wasn't that different, to be totally honest. There was no
Did you guys have to get different phone chargers?
Oh yeah, there was like different outlets and stuff. That was something, but that was just like you buy it once and you're done, you know. But I feel like there was more of a culture shock doing the Mexico tour than there was doing the Europe tour.
Really?
I think there was no real language barrier in Europe. Like besides like I'm trying to think, like maybe Germany was the closest thing, but even there, like people can make out your English. They can't speak it, but like if you say something, they'll know what you're saying. So like there was no point when like I wanted something and couldn't get it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there was no point when I was like really in this like trapped like backed up against the wall. That never happened. Yeah, which I expected it to because we went to like over like 5 different countries. But yeah, it was definitely pretty painless.
So when you're performing for people that like English isn't their first language, is it like are people singing along as much? Like do they like what's like the participation like? Do you feel like they understand everything at like the same?
I think so. I mean, it definitely felt like it definitely didn't feel like there was any type of barrier at all at the shows. Like like especially like while we were playing or like while Oso was playing or whatever, there was never like I never noticed any kind of notable difference, you know. It was just like there was still like moshing and crowd surfing and people.
No one was just
singing
standing
along
there looking confused.
I mean, that definitely happened, but that also happens at shows in America when we start playing.
When Sonic goes up behind you guys.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck's going on?
When some like dark Sonic the Hedgehog has a gun behind me, and I'm like. Everyone's like, what the fuck's going on here?
What was up with that game?
That game is cursed,
played
dude.
Once, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right?
You think it's like a joke or like a fan made something like
it's
like a
fanfic
right?
It's
like come to life.
It's like,
but a good one.
People?
It's a good one though. Yeah, that's crazy though. I think that's rad as fuck that like music transcends like culture and language and stuff like that to where like you literally just said you didn't notice any difference between crowds like vibing to the music and shit across the world.
But it's also
like,
different,
rad.
I guess, because like if a foreign band comes here, I don't know if I feel like it might be different than what I'm describing because I feel like they're like not more to be open? Savage, but I feel like they're more like open and well educated than we are, and they have like they legit have like everyone spoke English, like even if it wasn't their first language, like even if it wasn't like the the language of like the country, like that everyone spoke English. Like people come up to me after the show and would speak English. Whereas like I feel like if a foreign band would come here, like I don't think like they might be able to sing along just based on memory. Like we might, like, but I don't think
that's
like,
what I do.
There'd be people going up to them like and being able to like, you know, have a full-fledged conversation with them, you know?
Yeah, there's like not as much of an emphasis on speaking a second language as in this country as
it's
there
not
are
very
like
common
everywhere
at all,
else.
I feel like. Yeah,
yeah,
It's kind of
for sure.
yeah, it's pretty
Kind of
weird.
weird.
Dude.
Because you get a whole different perspective once you learn a different language. It's like-
Right.
Well, not only that, but like you miss the window because they all learn in all other countries. They learn the second language like in school when they're really young, and that's the easiest time to learn a second language when you're really young.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
And we don't get that, so it's just
Until
like
high school.
hard. It's hard mode. Yeah, I have to take French and fail French for one semester in high school. Like, okay.
I swear to God, no one I've ever talked to from a high school language class has ever been like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. It's always like, I'm in Spanish 5. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
None of it's
I
landed.
probably failed my Spanish class in high school. I'm trying to think. I probably had to do some after school stuff for Spanish.
I almost failed Spanish one because I just wasn't. I suck, and I only passed because I copied off of my friends for all their homework. Yeah,
Isn't
better
that?
man for it.
That's who I was in school.
I like really wish I studied harder. You know.
Do you?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. Like I feel like the older I get, the more I'm like, damn, it would be cool to not be as dumb as I am. You know?
I think you're doing all right, dude. I
Thanks,
actually have
I
I have a quote from you I really vibe with. You once said in an interview, "I don't love the jeans. I hate the gym." And does that sum up your feeling in high school? Yeah, you did. You said
That's
that
what
in
this
a
Google
bathroom
Doc we made
stall.
says.
Yeah.
I don't hate the jeans. I hate the gym. I said.
Yeah, and then
I
you
don't
said
love the jeans. I hate the
and
jeans.
you said you failed gym class once in high school because you wouldn't change out your jeans.
I see what I was saying. I was hearing that quote as genes like genetics. Okay.
Hey, man.
Yes.
Hey man.
I see what I was saying now. Yeah, I'm a weird guy, huh? Yeah, gym was definitely, I failed gym. I don't wish I studied harder in gym at all. That's not what I'm saying. I don't have any regrets as far as that.
Think how much higher your vertical could be right now if you tried harder in gym.
Yo, I'm running like 10 miles a day. I don't need gym class.
Really?
Fuck gym class. Yeah, really.
Oh, dude, that's fucking rad.
Yeah, you should
do
see
you
my
do that in your
fucking leg
jeans?
muscles right now. What'd you say?
Do you do that in jeans? Do you run in the jeans still?
Nah, I got some gym shorts, some good old fashioned gym shorts.
Nice, dude.
Some Under Armour, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brand
Getting in the
name.
zone.
Wow, dude.
Oh shit, sponsored.
You're flexing
Yeah.
on us.
I'm legally obligated to talk about Under Armour in this interview.
I have a burning question I've wanted to ask you since I ever started listening to your music because I discovered you guys in your splits that you did with other bands on your label and then going to your shows.
Right.
And one thing I've always been wondering, where's Thrashville 3 out of 3? Did I miss it?
We can't find it either.
Where did it go?
We've been looking everywhere. It ran away somewhere.
Is that like Tribute by Tenacious D where like it happened and you can't remake it but you just forget what it was? Like it exists, it's out there.
Nah, it's there somewhere.
Next album?
You'll probably see it. I don't know. We don't really. I'm not like withholding information from you here. Like I actually don't have an answer, but it exists and it will eventually see the light of day, whether it's on an album or like to release it as like a B-side collection thing or something. It exists.
I'm excited.
If you're looking for somebody to leak it, we'd
right on. I'll consider it.
Okay, thank you.
So, what was it like coming up in your scene, in the scene of, I mean, you can take it as counterintuitive as a collective, the punk scene, because I know you guys are on the same label, but you guys are in New York, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, like, how is that, like, East Coast and West Coast, a lot different.
The counterintuitive
in terms
scene is mostly East Coast.
Yeah?
Yeah, besides Just Friends and Mom Jeans, counterintuitive is mostly here.
Doesn't Just Friends make up for like 75% of all the members of counterintuitive?
By population, yeah.
I guess you have a point. But to answer your question, how does like being involved in like the Mom Jeans Just Friends squad being on the East Coast, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, just what was it like coming up in the scene and out in New York compared to maybe what we've heard, what it's been like in California and stuff like that.
I feel like based on talking to that group of people, they seem to have a way more like passion towards like their hometown and like real dedication, like ride or die kind of attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think touring over there is a little bit different, where like things are very spread out. Like drives are like so like touring anywhere else but where I come from is like so much fucking harder when you get started, because everything is like 6 hours from each other.
Yeah.
So I feel like they have this like real like ride or die mentality with their hometown, which is really special. And so because it's like, you know, it's kind of everything to them. But whereas here it's like we don't even really play Albany anymore because touring is like so easy. Like we can get to like 3 of the biggest, most major cities in the country within like 2 hours of each other, you know, like Philly, New York City, and Boston are like all
that's
like
true.
within 2 hour drives. So it's like,
that is crazy.
I mean, also those are just 3 major cities, where there's also like DC, Baltimore,
Mm-hmm,
whatever,
mm-hmm.
like it all like with Pittsburgh, like it's all like very close. And touring, like doing a 2-week tour is like kind of nothing. Like getting from place to place is like really simple, like day drives, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
So
that
I think,
bad out there.
yeah, I don't think there's like as dedication to like a specific scene over here as there is over there, where it's like kind of like you have to like stay passionate towards that because like they like made it possible. Whereas like here it's like we kind of our first show ever was the first day of our first tour in Connecticut. Like our first show ever wasn't local or anything. It was the first day of a 10-day tour.
Really?
That's insane.
You're P Daddy seems like it has an interesting origin, because I think I heard you guys say that you were in a band before you were really friends.
Everyone, well, at the first lineup of Prince Daddy, everyone besides me came from a band who used to play in my house, and then I just became friends with them because they were from Albany and they're like the locals on the shows and stuff. But they were all friends. They were all friends in that band. Yeah, they were all friends in that band. And then I just kind of stole them.
Just assimilated.
Snuck in there.
Yeah, I snuck in there.
Before
I was like,
they
hey,
knew what happened.
look at these songs.
Look at these songs.
It's like, bro, I run 10 miles a day.
Oh no, I definitely wasn't running 10 miles a day at that point. I was sitting on a couch for 12 hours a day.
Fuck yeah. No, but that's a really interesting, because we're from Allentown. We're from fucking where you played that show that we were talking about earlier, and that's where we live. And so we always kind of feel like California is like there's a big mentality out here where it's like, oh, going to California, there's so much out there.
No one likes where they're from here.
Yeah, no one likes where they're from on the East Coast.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like that's the case on the East Coast. Like,
but your perspective's interesting on that.
I mean, that's what I described isn't the only reason. I'm sure there's plenty of reasons why people don't like rep their hometown over here. You know,
it's just underwhelming. I think maybe to say like, yo, dude, I'm from Allentown, dude. It's like,
I mean, I feel like not to throw shade, but like I don't think there's anything like that like magical about any place on the West Coast where people are like super like prideful of where they are come from, but like it's just a different mentality. I don't know, the culture's different, you know. I feel like the only thing different is the culture, to be honest. Like it's not like it's this,
you're
like,
saying it's the mentality.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's interesting. Wow. Huh.
I mean, it's beautiful.
That makes a lot of sense.
But like,
yeah, exactly.
Also,
and it's warmer.
Like, the Adirondacks are beautiful too. You know, like like an hour north of me are like beautiful mountains and stuff that are like pretty magical and shit. But like, there's no one like being like, yeah, like Poconos punk rock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, that doesn't
dude.
exist.
Look, dude, I'm trying to start it, but I'm gonna want
we're out here.
Poconos HXC.
I think
the Poconos.
I think there's a lot of people like bands in our local scene here that need to hear you say that, because it's like I think it's something you can sleep on really easily. Where you, like you said, like touring's like nothing because everything's so close. Considering the distances, other places that you might be like in the country. Yeah, no, I fuck with that.
Right, like if making enough gas money at a show to get from point A to point B every day is your main concern, then living in the Northeast, you definitely have it the easiest for sure.
Damn.
For your first tour, did you book all that yourself? You just like make phone calls and just
I booked every tour up until like 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
So really a lot of the barrier to touring is just getting out there.
Yes. 100%. Yeah, just like saying yes and like not being selective or picky, I guess, was definitely what made it easy for us.
Not being selective or picky. So what were some of the first steps? Like, was there anywhere that you considered for a second? You're like, I don't know if I want to play there, but you did anyway, and it like paid off?
I sort of, when I said not being selective or picky, I meant more so like, I guess that's what I meant, but like, it's just like, I don't know, like, there's like certain shows where it's like, should we go out of our way to do this when like geographically speaking it doesn't make sense in our route, you know? Okay. But then it's like, what the fuck else are we gonna do, so like why not? And then that will lead to like a better show there next time, and that will lead to like next time like a town 3 towns over from that town, you'll have a contact there and you can play like a different town in a similar area. It just like snowballs into like contacts and references and experiences,
So you should really try to do as much as you can.
Just say yes. Yeah. Just say yes as much as possible. And then eventually you're going to be at the right place at the right time,
Yeah, no, for sure. That makes a lot of sense. And so you were just like hitting up like venues and shit, and you're just like, hey,
we definitely weren't playing.
We
honestly weren't playing venues until I stopped booking us. We were like a year and a half ago, maybe we got a booking agent, and that's when we started actually playing venues. But like before that, we were just playing like basements and like art spaces, like community centers and stuff like that. Just like little community run stuff that like I would just hit up like people on Facebook Messenger that like my friends and bands would like reference and stuff. And like most of the shows, the tours are in the first 3 years of this band were booked through Facebook Messenger.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a good connect.
I'm on there. I can.
I got that.
It's just a tap away.
So from shifting gears majorly here. So what was the difference between writing your first album and your second album? Because the second album seemed way more like cohesive because it was like a concept album and all the songs linked together with intros and outros and stuff. Was it like how much different was that process in the first one?
Let's see.
Anyone yawn that were our questions audibly? I'm so sorry.
I'm yawning because I'm tired, not because of your questions.
I got you.
I was up late last night, but I'm sorry. Yawning's rude, isn't it? Yawning's very unprofessional. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was rude until you just said something, and I'm like, shit,
I'm just fucking with you. Hey, at least you didn't say fuck live on air. So.
I mean, I challenged myself more, I'd say. I with the first record, I think I played it as safe as possible because it was the first thing I ever did, pretty much. It was the first thing. It was like those are like some of the first songs I ever wrote. So I was kind of like playing it safe, either out of insecurity or out of like lack of ambition, I guess. But like, I definitely like didn't really push myself or like challenge myself. I just stuck to what I was very comfortable with, which is like straight up like 11 songs or whatever of like Weezer, Green Day, Worship, which obviously I still like. Like I'm not shitting on it. And I still worship Weezer and Green Day on this record, but I think I definitely like tried to step out of my comfort zone as much as possible to make something that would have some more longevity than that.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And I think it's really easy when you start out to like really wear the influences on your sleeve and stuff, and that really influences like the early stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then once you get more confident as a writer and as a you know what I mean?
You'd rather sound like at first like I want to sound like Weezer and Green Day because because I just graduated high school and I'm 18. Like this is like what I want to do. Like this is cool. This is cool as fuck. But like, and then you start like having these experiences and going on tour and like meeting other musicians and being inspired. And you're like, I don't really want to sound like Wizard Green Day. I kind of want to just sound like Prince Daddy and the Hyena, you know?
Yeah, dude.
And I feel like that's kind of something that you have to grow into because I don't know, like you have to kind of develop yourself and know what Prince Daddy and the Hyena sounds like in order to get there.
Was that even like an option when you started writing? Were you like, I want to sound like myself?
Right.
Like,
No, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Like I needed to start writing like whatever my like blatant ripoff songs were in order to get to where I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like there's no way to be like self-aware right off the bat, you know? Like think about a fucking baby. Like a baby doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Like they look in the mirror, they don't even know that that's them, you know?
Yeah. I feel like better songs than a baby.
That's fucking profound the way you just put that, actually. I think that makes the most sense. Like, I think that is the most sense that concept's ever made to me.
The baby metaphor?
Like finding your sound and shit. Like the way you put it, like that makes total sense. It's like you literally you can't start at point B. Like you have to walk before you're running. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, fuck, man. All right, so
fuck, man.
Fuck. Everything you're saying is just like that's a soundbite, dude. So I noticed like a lot of space imagery on Cosmic Thrill Seekers, even in the title and stuff like that. Is that something that you? And I mean, there's even on the cover of I Thought You Didn't Like Leaving. Is that like something do you fuck with NASA? Like, is that or is it just like a look that you like?
I guess a little bit of both. Not as far as fucking with NASA, but like I do like as far as like fucking with space. Like that is like definitely kind of a passion of mine. I'm a huge sci-fi nerd.
Yeah.
I also find just like space in a more realistic sense kind of therapeutic. Like kind of the concept of like being insignificant and small is kind of
it's very humbling.
That might be like shitty to hear to some people, but to me like that is like very important to hear and very like calming and comforting. So I feel like that kind of shows in my songs, but also I just like I said, like I'm a sci-fi nerd and I like the aesthetic of it and it's easy for me to talk about, you know?
Yeah, it's like
I have like a vocabulary when it comes to it. So writing with that kind of imagery in mind kind of gives me like a palette to work with.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck, dude.
Fuck, dude.
Everything you're saying, it's just like so much more than I was bargaining for.
About that. I guess that goes back to write what you know, huh?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is for sure. Write what you know.
Wow. Yeah, no, I the space thing, it's like when you think about just how small you are in the grand scheme of things, a lot of people, like you said, it scares them. But I'm one of those people too where I'm like, no, the fact that I'm so insignificant and small in the grand scheme of things makes me feel like it's okay when things don't go right for me. Right. It's okay if I have a bad day. It's okay if I mess up.
Yes,
or whatever. Because like it doesn't really matter that much. You know what I mean? It's like I am not the fucking end all be all.
That's exactly what it is for me too. And I feel like there's a lot of that in Cosmic Thrill Seekers. Honestly, I feel like that's a lot of what where the space influence comes from are those concepts.
That just like put a whole new like perspective on that, like those works.
Right on.
Now I'm gonna look at that shit and that's what I'm gonna think about. Like that's crazy.
Hell yeah.
So what are your top like sci-fi works that you're a big fan of? Because I'm also a big sci-fi nerd. More than fantasy, like regular fantasy. I like sci-fi a lot more.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
I honestly,
all right, well.
Unless something is like super, super like noticeably like epic, I usually don't really run in the fantasy thing. That like I've never even seen Lord of the Rings.
But, bro,
I don't say that.
It's crazy you said that because I was just arguing with Pat about this like a few nights ago. I was like, I don't fuck with like the normal fantasy stuff. Like sci-fi is like my like what I fuck with. Like because I don't even remember the Lord of the Rings movies. Like I saw them when they came out. I don't really remember them that much.
I don't like dislike the aesthetic of them. I just like think like
no.
I'm just so uninterested in it that like if I'm going to like it, it needs to be like actually like really good. Like watching Game of Thrones, I definitely like that because it's like a great show regardless of like the skin, you know. It could have been a sci-fi show, it could have been like anything, but like that's a good show, you know what I'm saying? So like that I fucked with. But
let me defend Lord of the Rings real quick. I think Lord of the Rings totally worth watching, but it's also written like Tolkien liked writing, which was super fucked up and like
I'm not
like
shitting on
old
Lord of the
English.
Rings at all because
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
even seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's
to
just,
answer your
I
question,
also I get why people don't jump out of the seats to go watch it because it's a little it feels more antiquated than it is at this point. I think.
Yeah, that's
Right.
that's a good way
language.
to describe it.
and honestly, even being like a Star Wars nerd, like I don't even think someone, if you're like 20-something years old and never seen Star Wars before, like I don't think me showing you Star Wars, you're gonna be blown away or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's something you
Yeah.
need to like grow up with, or you missed it. You know?
Are you a Star Wars nerd?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm a huge Star Wars nerd.
Yeah, me too. I have a Jedi braid, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! That's insane. I
I'm a huge
never
Star Wars
never
nerd.
would have thought that that's what like that was about. That's crazy.
How does it
Me
make
and
you feel
Cameron
that
both.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
we have a Revenge of the Jedi poster staring at us for this interview?
Yeah, it's in the shot.
Just wanna
Dude.
throw that out there.
Yeah, they're like
Fucking
reproducing.
Walmart had a Revenge
Yeah.
of the Jedi poster. I
They're-
don't know
yeah.
why. but
Wait,
they're
Revenge of the Jedi is
Revenge
what
of the Jedi.
is what episode 6 was originally called, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I have a Revenge of the Jedi poster in my room too.
Dude, fuck.
Yo, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's rad.
That's funny. Yeah, I do. That's
So is
really
that one of
funny.
your? I guess that partially answers it. That's one of your top, I'd imagine, is Star Wars.
Yeah, that's up there. I mean, as far as answering this question, I'm gonna give you answers, but they're not gonna be like all time because I don't.
Yeah, it's
They
hard.
They'll change daily. Yeah. I feel like at the top of my head, there's this movie called Event Horizon that I think is really fucking cool. And there's a lot of recent movies that have come out that I've been like, holy shit. This Natalie Portman movie called Annihilation,
Okay.
I thought
Heard
was
good things about that. I haven't seen
really,
it.
really dope. There was
Interstellar. What'd you think about that?
I loved Interstellar. Yeah, I love that
it's
movie.
top tier.
Arrival was another great movie that
Yeah.
I saw. But there's also like stupid sci-fi shit that I like too. You know, like shit like Independence Day, or like
Yeah.
more like on
That's
the
not
nose.
stupid.
Like, no, but like not
fucking
like not like
Just more like blatant.
yeah, more like blatant
Yeah.
like aliens invading. You know, like I also
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that kind of shit.
Oh, so you kind of also fuck with like the sci in the sci-fi where it's like the more science based, because like Arrival and stuff like that's more rooted in
yeah,
reality a little more than like
For
an
sure.
Independence Day. Like it's a little more straight.
I think Independence Day could realistically happen in our lifetime.
I hope so.
Yeah. I feel
What
like
about Mars Attacks?
Oh, like that's my kind of movie right
That's
there.
your
honestly.
shit?
I love like the campy like kind of like B movie esque sci-fi horror tropes.
Yeah.
we
I
wouldn't
love
have
that a lot.
Interstellar without Mars Attacks. I don't think
Yeah.
someone had to go there first
You
for
think
us
so?
to get Matthew McConaughey. I think
I'm
so.
not sure if I 100% agree with that. But
Or maybe not
But you
Mars
know what?
Attacks.
we wouldn't have it without Independence Day. Maybe I could agree with that.
Okay, I'll meet you at Independence Day. I can agree with that.
I also like again like when I'm saying like stupid sci-fi, I'm talking about like I love Men in Black. You know, like shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's iconic. Men in Black's iconic.
yeah.
I think so. The first one. I don't
The
know
first
about- I
one.
don't know about after that, but
Oof. That's a hot
I like
take.
the second one. I've never seen the third one or the new one, but I like the second one just
I
because I
don't-
grew up on it.
I really
Yeah.
don't want to see the new one. I saw like one scene from it, like a full scene. And I was like,
Thor's in it.
Thor.
he is. That's like the only redeemable quality. It seems
Wait,
like.
so what'd you think about the new Star Wars movies then? If you're big fans of the older ones,
I thought Last Jedi was like it was one of the best Star Wars movies ever made, and I think Rise of Skywalker is the worst Star Wars movie ever made, below anything else.
That's crazy.
wow.
Yeah.
That's a really hot polarizing take. We might have to cut this out just so you don't get any like backlash.
I can give
Yeah.
you my full list in order right now if you want.
Please,
Sure, hit it.
please.
All right. Empire Strikes Back,
Top tier.
New Hope, Last Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, Force Awakens, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Rise. I think I got all of them right.
I
Yeah,
think
it is.
so.
That's not. That's not a terrible list. I agree with most parts. I'm one of those people. Last Jedi was one of those movies where you either loved it or you hated it,
Right.
and there was no in between. I'm on the hated it
Really?
part. Unfortunately, yeah.
I thought the
So,
movie was really great.
but I agree with the rest of your list. Actually,
Right
pretty
on.
much one for one. To be
Really?
honest.
Sweet.
Yeah, I don't know. I might put
What would you
Force
swap?
Awakens a little
For
lower.
you, would Last Jedi go to the bottom, or would something take
Would
its
Last
place?
Jedi go to the bottom? I think Rise would be like only one step above Last Jedi because it's just barely a movie.
Those two are bottom for you?
Like, yeah, it's just
You put Last Jedi below like Attack of the Clones?
That's his that's his
tough.
Mars Attacks of Star Wars. He knows it's awful, but he fucking loves it anyway.
It just feels so out of place, I think, in the grander scheme of all the films. I think Last Jedi just does a bad job at like fitting into the mix.
What the fuck's the name of the dude in episode 2 for one scene that I love?
Huh? Watto?
No, not Watto. Episode 2.
The Attack of the Clones?
Yeah, the dude who gets shot by Boba Fett or whatever. I'm sorry, Django.
Django. Oh, Coleman Trebor.
Yeah, Coleman Trebor.
Yeah.
It's my favorite Star Wars character.
Yeah,
Which one is he?
He's the Jedi that jumps up. He jumps up on the thing where in the arena with Dooku and Jango, and he pulls out his lightsaber and immediately gets shot like 4 times in the chest and falls to his death. He doesn't do anything. That's my favorite Star Wars character.
Yeah.
But well, I think we could move away from the Star Wars topic because that could last the entire rest of this podcast. I think.
Like space, it's ever expanding.
Yeah, and it's ever. But I have a more serious question for you that I wanted to talk about really quick. You mentioned before that you like to play Viva Pinata in your spare time, and as an avid Pinata, yeah, you did. As an
Where was this?
Can you cite your source on this? I
It was
haven't
on
corroborated this.
one of your interviews. You were on a couch, and you were with the whole band, and you said that you used to be a COD kid in high school, and then Zakariya said now you play Viva Pinata.
Yeah,
and
it's true.
And you agreed. And I want to know if you were one of the Viva Pinatas, which would you be?
There's a bunny called Bunnycomb. I think Bunnycomb is really cute. Yep. Yeah. I remember there being a couple. I was like, holy shit, these are cute. What's the first one called? The worm, like the Wormhole or something?
Wurmple, I think.
Wurmple? Wurmple's pretty cool.
It's a fucking Pokemon. Wurmple.
Oh, that is a Pokemon.
Wurmple's also kind of cute.
Oh, they're called worms, I think.
Worms, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I like those. I'd be them.
Dude, my strat on that game for money making was they're so easy to breed. You just make you just keep churning them out and selling them, and you just get rich quick, bro.
You ever played Trouble in Paradise?
I never played Trouble in Paradise. No, I only played the original.
Me neither, but I heard it was sick, and they added a lot of shit to it. I'm really curious if I should like buy it at this point, but I feel like at this point it wouldn't be that monumental, like 10 years down the line or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Pinata games have come a long way since then.
I used to be like semi embarrassed at how much time I had on Viva Pinata because people would see me playing it on Xbox Live and they'd be like, dude, what?
Would you ever go offline or like busy just so people couldn't see it? To hide your playtime?
I tried 1,000 gamer score that game so hard, and I never could do it. Yeah, it is tough.
There's a lot of shit. You have to put a lot of time in. I used to have the Prima guide for that game, and that made it way easier to do most of the shit because memorizing it all. Fuck that. I didn't have internet at the time, which is why I had to buy that.
Damn.
Holy shit. You had a 360 and Viva Pinata before you had internet?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Someone had the wrong priorities.
Pretty cringe, if you will. So I'm sure that do you have a favorite song from like a songwriting perspective?
Of my own, or just in general?
Yeah, or just in general. I mean, it could be your own. It could be someone else's.
I feel like your original question was my own, so I'll answer that. Wacky Misadventures of the Passenger, the last song on the new record, is probably my favorite song that's out. But I feel like I would not be doing myself justice if I did not like the songs I'm currently writing even more, and I definitely have favorite songs that aren't out right now that will be out in the next 15 years.
15
15.
years.
Yeah.
All
I'm here
right.
waiting
Expect
every
it.
day.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the fans are gonna love that time frame. I'm sure. Don't worry, it's coming
You
soon.
heard it here. 2035, the very latest. New P Daddy stuff.
Yeah.
It'll
Very
be a
latest.
literal science fiction album at that point. It'll just be actual. So how is the new album going? How's that process going? Are you like
Great.
super stoked on it?
I am super stoked. Yeah. I like I said, like I definitely like. I mean, when I was writing Cosmic Thrill Seekers, there was no song on Cosmic Thrill Seekers that I didn't like more than any song on the first record, and I feel the same way so far with this, where it's just, I think I'm just making a strict effort to outdo myself, you know, and if I don't, then it's not really worth my time. So it's going great. I have like a lot of new songs. We're playing a couple on this tour. Yeah.
Oh, lit.
That's
I'm
awesome.
excited.
Yeah.
We do get to hear
That's-
those before
yeah.
15 years from now.
That's
You'll
a
at least
great
hear them live before 15 years. Yeah.
That's a great place to be. Like that, as an artist of what I do, I'm envious at like the idea of being able to love every single thing you're coming out with.
I mean, I don't love every single
consecutively,
thing I come up with, but the things I am not in love with end up not coming into fruition, you know?
Exactly. Well,
Whereas,
yeah, exactly.
Whereas the things I do fall in love with, I will continue to explore and develop until they are actually real, you know? But like, I definitely don't like, it's not like every single idea I have is like this fucking brilliant.
Oh
piece
no,
of, you know
no,
what I'm saying?
no.
Like,
That's
it's just
not
like,
what I meant.
but yeah, like, don't think that I'm like saying like, every idea you have needs to be brilliant. I'm just saying, like, as far as like what I pursue and what my efforts go towards are the things that I do think are worth my time, you know?
Yeah. No, that makes total sense. I have a problem where like by the time I'm done something, I'll be like, I hate this now. Like I already hate it. I already
It was
don't
good
like
before
it.
I
and
fucked it up.
I could have done it better. Like, yeah,
I definitely feel that state of mind too. Because like on the other hand, like once something's out, like by the time I was writing CTS, I was like, damn, like I'm bored of these. I didn't like leaving songs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I definitely feel like I definitely feel that at the mind frame of like outgrowing whatever you're creating for sure. That's why you just gotta run with it as quick as possible before you outgrow it, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Because I guess songs are pretty. I mean, most songs are pretty. It's like a snapshot of where you are right now.
Right.
So you kind of have to finish it before you go out of that. Or
You guys
else,
strike while the iron's hot,
Right.
if you will.
And you just keep learning new things as far as like either playing guitar or like singing or playing drums or like writing lyrics or just writing parts. So you learn different techniques and stuff, and you end up like the old ones start to get outdated, you know, or like kind of trite and exhausted. So you just got to keep going until just do it quick, you know?
Yeah.
that was a great usage of the word trite.
Trite is a sick word.
Did I use that right? Was that a right?
Honestly, I don't know.
I'm gonna Google
believe
it
you.
right now. Hold up.
Okay, all right.
I hope so.
We're not calling you out. I know. I'm pretty sure that was the correct usage.
Trite definition.
Okay.
What is this here?
Overused and consequently of little import. Yep.
Did
Yeah,
you fucking nailed it?
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude, nailed it.
Congratulations.
Learned that one from Against Me.
Nice.
Oh.
I learned that word from Laura Jane Grace somewhere down the line. I'm sure it's in an Against Me song somewhere.
So what's it been like to have gone on this journey since you started the band all the way up until now? Obviously, you guys have a lot of traction. A lot of people love your stuff, and you guys get to tour. You're coming out with another album. Like, what's it been like from start to finish? Like to have been able to do.
I mean,
this?
there is no finish yet, but
That's true.
From
At least for
start
another 15 years.
from start.
from start till now,
Yeah, better.
I mean, things have definitely changed. I guess I was talking about this the other day on a different podcast. It was like the tour we're doing right now is kind of a perfect example of the development in like ours and all of our friends' bands and stuff, where it's like this tour that we're doing with like P Daddy, Oso Oso, and Just Friends has literally happened 4 other times or something like that, like some number like that. And in the past like 5 years, like the first full US tour we ever did was with Oso Oso and Just Friends, played a week of that. So it was like, that was like playing basements and community centers, like I said. And now for the first time after like 3 or 4 of those tours, we're doing we're playing like full venues and selling like tickets in advance and stuff, which has never happened.
Wow.
So I feel like that's kind of like pretty representative of what the answer to that question would be, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which
You're
is just
actually
like
you have a
things
benchmark
are
to chart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have
Mhm.
like a literal like tangible benchmark to answer that question. So it's just like yeah, I guess just like the more people we play to and the more people who listen to our music and like support us and come up to me and tell me that they connected with the song, I guess the more rewarding this is for me, is my answer. Yeah.
That's right.
And gradually that has definitely increased the past 5 years for sure,
Mhm.
especially since this record came out.
Yeah, that must be crazy. That must be crazy to like have someone come up to you and just be like, "Hey, this song like is a part of my life that
Right.
you wrote." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it is. It's very crazy. I'd say that's probably realistically the most rewarding part of being in this band are those conversations.
wow.
Yeah.
And even the conversations, I mean, for every conversation, there's probably 100 people that aren't having that conversation because they're not there.
Right.
Can't get to a
Yeah,
show or
absolutely.
something. So it's
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
shit,
totally right.
yeah. Wow,
Right.
that's insane.
Yeah. For shouty.
Damn, this is a deep ass fucking. This is a deep ass show. So I know that Zakariya, you guys have posted that he's kind of going off to do his own thing. They.
Yeah, it's all good.
They're going off to do their own thing and find themselves and still doing it. But how has that been for you guys as a band? Like, obviously it's a cool thing, but at the same time, has it been difficult to kind of move along like that?
Yo,
like, how have you guys
honestly,
adapted?
This is like I've done like 25 podcasts the past 4 days, and this is the first time this question has been asked, and I can't say that about any other question on any other podcast. So respect, honestly.
really.
But
Thanks,
man. I wouldn't say it's been difficult. It's been very different. Like I would be lying if I said it was like completely the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we have run into any like huge obstacles regarding it, because like we're still close friends and shit. Like it's not like our like relationship
for sure.
personally is at stake, because it's not at all. But yeah, we've met, like we already have another full-time bassist, we think, and it's just like we've known them for a long time. Zach is friends with them too. Like Zach is helping teach them the parts and stuff.
Oh, that's rad.
It's
Changing
just
of
like,
the guard like that.
It's just like there's no bad blood or anything, and there's no real like there's no real obstacle, because like we've made so many friends doing this for the past 5 years that like it's not like we're gonna have to spend a year trying to find somebody who's down to play bass for a tour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's gonna be someone who's down, and thankfully we found someone who is not only down for the tour but who's down to clown for life. Yes. So yeah, I'd say it's different. It's a lot different because Zach was besides me, Zach was the first member of the band.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's not like they're like blacked out of my life or anything. Like we still see each other. So
for sure.
Yeah.
So we just get to see a friend grow in their own way.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, that makes sense. Well, that's really lucky. And it's lucky to have a lot of great people that you can depend on to kind of come in and
for sure
and be Johnny on the spot for that. That's really great. And that having that transition be smooth as well, and having Zach help. You know.
It's been so smooth, honestly. So, like, honestly, like that's a good question, because you would expect there to be some like roadblocks, but like it's pretty crazy how smooth it's been with our new bassist too. Realistically, it's because Zach like sent them videos and stuff. So like,
yo, that's rad.
It's hard. Like it would be hard to hit a roadblock, But yeah, it's been like really, really good. We're having a lot of fun.
That's some amazing etiquette.
Yeah.
Fucking sending tutorials to the next, you know what I mean? Like that's not.
I mean, they're
think
also close friends too. Like
Yeah.
Zach and our new bassist are also close friends. So it's like, it's just all one big family, you know. So yeah. There's nothing getting in our way of at any point.
That's what I love about all you guys. You guys are just
so fucking cool to
so
hear.
tight, and like everybody's just has each other's backs, and it's just it seems like it's such a great and it's a great support system to have. Like what all you guys have, like it's
they're
just
like
amazing.
my closest friends and family, honestly. Like
Yeah.
P Daddy and the bands we tour with consistently. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure that you know. That's stuff. The times you guys share, like on the road and making music together, like the other bands, your band, I'm sure that's stuff that like how can you forge a bond, you know, stronger than that?
Right.
Like going and experiencing all those things together and doing those things together. It's like it must be
for sure
insane.
I have like so much more friends on the road than I do at home. It's like ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
All right, I have another question, which I feel like let me know if anyone's asked this before, because I'd be very surprised. So recently, there was an operation where halfway through someone's open brain surgery, they were removing a tumor. They woke them up and they played a violin to make sure they had all the function still in their brain, like because that's
and see if the brain like reacted to it.
No, so like they removed the tumor and then they wanted to check if they like fucked anything up. So she played the violin in the operating room. So I want to know if that happened.
The person was a violinist, you're saying,
Yes,
who they did the operation?
They didn't get the ability to play violin. I'm sorry.
The surgeon's like, I'm also a violinist in my spare time. Okay.
So Kory, if you were getting open brain surgery and they woke you up, your fucking skull's open still, they hand you a guitar, what would you play to make sure you still had the function?
Shit.
The part in Reptilia by the Strokes. The hard
part. The hard part.
That part. Yeah.
I knew exactly what
if you
part
go too hard though, you might jeopardize your surgery if people just start fucking getting rowdy. The fucking doctors.
I can turn the tempo down a little bit. I can play a little bit slower than the recording. Yeah.
That'd be fucking
I play the hard riff in Reptilia except down 20 BPM. That's what I do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's covering all the bases.
That's a great answer.
That's a fucking great answer.
I'm happy that answer too, honestly.
Nailed it. One. So I don't know if you've heard before. I'm sure you have, but Eric from Mom Jeans has said in an interview once that when asked what song he wished he wrote, he actually said Thrashville 1 out of 3.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. Did you know that Eric was your biggest fan? And is it cringe?
It's not cringe at all. I did not know. I mean, yeah, he does. We're not to get like cheesy, but like we said before, I feel like we're all like everyone is like big fans of each other.
Obviously,
in this family tree. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like all those bands are my favorite bands too. You know, like so. It's absolutely not cringe, because if that was cringe, then every band I would like would be cringe, and everyone who likes me would be cringe. But damn, that's really flattering that he said that was his answer. That's really cool.
I'm actually surprised no one's brought that up to you, because when I heard that,
when did he say that?
He said that.
You?
No. He said that in a different interview that I listened to when we were prepping.
I wish he said it with us. Honestly.
Yeah, I wish he said that with us.
That's so badass. I didn't know that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I know he told me. I'm gonna put him on blast right now. I know he told me that Shred Cruise was his attempt at writing a P Daddy song.
Yo,
really? That kind of makes sense. Honestly,
that kind of makes sense.
And it's like that. Like was so sick to me because I do that shit all the time. Like Slip is my attempt at an Oso song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and like Breather is my attempt at like a Vampire Weekend song. So it's cool it's cool for someone to have a P Daddy song. Yeah.
That's fucking sweet.
That's crazy.
Plus, Shred Cruise is a fucking sweet song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You inspired an amazing song. Like that's how. I mean, when we talked about influences earlier, it's like, how can you guys not be influenced by each other and shit too? It's like, I'm sure
impossible.
that's exactly. So there's a lot of that going on.
100%. Like when you spend this much time with people, like you see their techniques, you like see you see how they write, what they're inspired by, and it's hard not to like a band if you've been touring with them for 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Oh damn, yeah,
Like
that's
it's really
true.
it's hard. It's hard. Like even if you didn't like them when you started, which I'm not saying about anyone, but just like in general, it's like you'll watching their set every night for like a couple months at a time for like 5 years straight is like you will find the things to love about them. You know, you'll
Mhm.
see things in the dynamics in the songwriting and stuff that like I guess a casual listener probably wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Wow. So yeah, it's like, how could you not? Like, you get to a point where it's like, there's no way you're not going to be in love with them at a certain point.
Right.
When you're
Exactly.
that intimately involved. Yeah. Wow, that's
Mhm.
crazy. Well, shit, man. This has been. No, I just love everything you guys say. Like talking to, you know, bands like you guys, and it's been really great because it's like, to me, as a bystander, it seems like the roadmap of just how to just have a really healthy and great scene in what you're doing. And I think you can apply a lot of your mentalities and ways, your perspectives on things to whatever, not just music, but like anything in that people do communally, that people are a part of. You know what I mean? I think if
Yeah,
more people
absolutely.
adopted those mentalities and understood the significance of supporting each other, not being competitive, you know, in these fields, not, you know, those kinds of things, and just having each other's backs and rooting for each other like that, I think
Damn.
the world would be a better place.
Honestly, like that being what you like something you take out of my band's existence and like our friends' band's existence and stuff is like very high praise. That's really cool. Thank you. I mean, I agree. I definitely don't
It's
disagree,
deserved.
but like the fact that that's something that is noticed on the outside is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. That's like a really special compliment.
Hey man, I mean it. Like, you guys are so, it's refreshing. You know what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
refreshing to have those attitudes pervading in the scene, where I think it's really easy for people to and it's really easy. I see it in a lot of other artists. Like, they don't act like that. They don't advocate for the things that you guys do, and they don't
Right.
put as much value in the things that you guys do. And so it's kind of on one note sad that isn't what's the common belief system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what you guys have.
Yeah.
But it's great that there is
That it
such
exists.
that exists, and that
Right.
you guys are pushing so hard for it. And it's like nothing but good is coming of that, and all of what you guys are doing is amazing. The music you guys are making just keeps getting better and better.
I almost feel
Like-
like bad for taking this compliment and like taking credit for this because it's like in like totally real talk. It's like, if I'm being like completely honest with y'all,
Mhm.
it's not like a very conscious thing. It just kind of like, it's not like I'm putting effort into making that like
Mhm.
our mind frames and like how everyone acts and communicates and like that being the dynamic. It's just kind of like very natural. Like it's not like we're all like making a serious like effort like politically to make this stance or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's very organic relationship and dynamic that we all have. So I almost feel guilty like being like, yeah, thanks. Like I tried, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But-
I tried so hard on that.
Yeah.
No, but it's
I
because
definitely
it's
see what you're
real.
saying, and I agree 100%, and I'm grateful for it too. But like, it's not like this like huge mission statement we have or anything. It's just kind of how we interact with each other and how we hold ourselves.
Yeah, no, I mean that's really the linchpin of it all. Because if anyone attempted to disingenuously accomplish what you guys are, then it wouldn't
work.
land. It
Right.
wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So that's the only way it works.
I guess
is
you're right.
if it's
True.
not a conscious effort on you. Like, I know, you know, like I can tell. I know you guys don't.
It's also nice
try.
when, like, a lot of fucking bands, you're like, oh, I love their music, and you find out that a lot of them are assholes,
Right.
and that comes
For
up.
sure.
It's cool being able to talk to you guys, and it's like, I like their music more because they're not dickheads. Like, I don't
Hell
have to
yeah.
separate
Right
the
on.
artist
Great
from
people.
the music.
Yeah.
It can like
I absolutely feel
improve
that.
the music.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
because there's been times where it's like I'll find something out about an artist I like, and like
fuck.
if
Right.
and they're like, it's like, oh fuck, well, their music like, how can I be relating that much to their music if this is the kind of person it's coming from?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That is a huge problem that especially nowadays, I feel like that shit happens all the time. Something comes out about an artist that you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like you like, even if you did like them before, it's like you kind of
feel guilty.
Like, yeah, you feel guilty. And like you said before, it's like maybe I guess I don't relate to this as much as I thought I did, you know? Because like because I'm not like I don't think I'm a monster. Like, this person's a monster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you definitely like grow very far from it once you realize that like I'm not really connecting with this. Like, if anything, I'm connecting with like artificial words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
exactly. Oh,
I'm getting a different intention. I'm getting a different meaning out of the words and the intention writing.
Right. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Wow, bro, that's a
fuck,
dude.
I'm just gonna stare at a wall and think. I think
it's a profound ass note to end on. I think that's time, Kory.
Sure.
We don't want to keep you. You're a busy guy, but it's been a amazing interview, and I hope you enjoyed. And thank you so much for taking the time to come on and talk to us.
Of course, anytime. Thank you for having me. Honestly, I'm glad we got to fit it in. Thank you.
Yeah, bro, for sure.
I really appreciate your time. Have a good day.
Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to shout out before you bounce?
Come see us on tour. We're playing a lot of shows. Listen to our record, Cosmic Thrill Seekers. We'll listen to everyone else's record too, because they're all good. Yeah, rock and roll.
What?
Rad, bro.
Sweet.
Right,
thank you so much.
Thanks so much, man. Have a great day, dude.
Peace.
See ya.